Alright, this is from homework 3.9. This is problem number 10 for the inverse trigonometric functions. So we're looking to find the derivative of y equals 3x to the fifth times the arcsine at 3x to the fifth plus the square root of 1 minus 9x to the 10. And this one's kind of daunting. I got a little flustered on it. Anyhow, this identity we need to know. We could derive it for ourselves using implicit, but this will make it quicker. So anyhow, we first start by looking, we've got a product here between 3x to the fifth and the arcsine of 3x to the fifth. So we'll start by taking the product rule, which is going to be first d second plus second d first. So first is 3x to the fifth. Derivative of the second, well, we know sine inverse of u is equal to this. So we're going to follow this template. U inside the sine, u is equal to 3x to the fifth, because this is sine inverse u, and that's u in there. Then we need to know du dx. And du dx using the power rule is 15x to the 4. 15x to the 4. And now we'll just start filling in this template here. So first, which is 3x to the fifth, the second, which is the derivative of the arcsine of 3x to the fifth, is going to equal du dx, which is 15x to the 4, divided by the square root of 1 minus u squared. Well, u is 3x to the fifth, so u squared is going to be 9x to the 10th. So that's the first part of the product rule. Then we have to do second d first, right? Plus second d first. And second d first is going to be just sine inverse this function as it was times the derivative of the first function, which is going to be using the power rule, 15x to the 4. Alright, there's still something over here we have to deal with, so I'll write it down here. Plus the derivative of this, I recommend writing the square root as a parentheses with a minus 1/2 in front of it. So using the power rule, we bring down the 1/2. 1 minus 9x to the 10. We subtract 1 from the power via the power rule. That's going to give us minus 1/2. And then the chain rule needs to be respected. So the derivative of the inside, using the power rule, we bring down the 10, times it by negative 9. That's negative 90x to the 9. So this is times negative 90x to the 9. And now it's simplification time, so let's multiply this in here. dy dx equals 15 times 3 is 45. X to the fifth times x to the 4 is 45x to the 9, divided by the denominator, which is 1 minus 9x to the 10. Alright, and then we're adding this 15x4, 15x to the 4th, times the inverse sine of 3x to the 5th. Alright, and then we have one more term to simplify. Well, minus 1/2 is like dividing by a square root. So let's go ahead and add this down here as, we'll have this in the numerator, that's minus 90x to the 9, divided by 2 times the square root of 1 minus 9x to the 10. And we'll simplify this further. 90 divided by 2 is 45. So we end up with minus 45x to the 9. And it turns out these two terms cancel. So this one's minus 45x to the 9 over square root 1 minus 9x to the 10. This one's the positive variant of the same thing. So these both cancel to 0. And all you're left with is this 15x to the 4 inverse sine of 3x to the 5th. So this was an interesting problem. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a nice day.